Hello, angels. Welcome. This is Maithili Savant. I welcome you all in today's episode, Valentine's special episode, Doghe Miluni Jog Chinku. For those of you who are joining for the first time, for them, I would like to brief you about the event. So, 14th February is a Valentine's Day, and we are celebrating Valentine's Day for 6 days. And in during this week, we are meeting new couple each day, and we are learning about their relationship stories, their relationship secrets, and they are also sharing relationship advice with us. Isn't it wonderful? So I've been enjoying it a lot. So far, so good. And the experience is really enriching. I'm getting a lot of phone calls and mails and text messages from your end. And that is helping me to understand that this whole entire program is helping you and adding value to your life. And I'm really feel grateful about it. So thank you so much for all your support and love, first of all. And today we are going to meet a special guest. Now, both of them are my NLP mentors and trainer. And I would like to tell you the story that in 2021, uh, March to be precise, I saw her video, my mentor's video, on a Facebook page. And then I decided that I want to learn NLP from this woman. And then straight away, I registered myself for the course. And NLP practitioner course was really wonderful. And after that, my journey of self exploration started, actual journey of self exploration. And it's been so wonderful. And I would like to tell you that in month of January this year, I completed my NLP Master Practitioner under her guidance, and that was awesome experience. I learned a lot of great strategies and tools and techniques about NLP, and which are helping me for my personal growth as well as for my students in general. So. I would like to also share that they both of them they run organization which is a training and coaching institute called Indian School of Success, and through which they are adding value to people's life. They are spreading knowledge about NLP, and I am one of the beneficiary. I'm one of their student, and I'm really proud that I'm student of Seema Manik and Vimal Manik. So, without further delay, let us welcome both of them. So, here they are. Welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
Maithili.
you.
It's
Thank you.
lovely to be here.
Great, great. It is such a pleasure to have you on this platform, and I'm super excited for that. I'm sure that people are going to get humongous value out of this conversation. So I would like to welcome you formally. And my first question to both of you, that when I shared this idea about whole Valentine thing, then what was that first thought came into your mind, and then the series of thought till you said yes to this program. So what was that going on in your mind, and you said yes? So I would like to start from Vivek, Vimal. Yes, yes,
Okay.
Vimal sir. Please, please. Jenny's first.
The first thought was of, forget the thought. Before the thought came in, there was a feeling of excitement, about talking about our story or talking about that special bond and relationship, what we share with each other. Because we know that, this relationship is something which is helping us grow together. There's a lot of nourishment which is coming from this relationship that's building. I know my life very well, that it's helping me a lot, and I know it's nourishing her as well. So we both feel that relationship is very critical. It's a very important aspect of our life in general. If you look at different areas of life, say career, finances, your social environment, and your personal relationship, out of all the areas, if your I strongly believe that if your personal relationship is strong and wonderful, rest everything falls in place, and rest everything becomes automatically beautiful. So yes, thank you so much for inviting us and be here in this particular platform.
Great sharing. Thank you so much for saying yes, because I understand it is a very courageous thing to do, because I asked many people and they were little skeptical about this whole process, and they were not really comfortable coming on live and then sharing their story. But you said yes. That is really courageous, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing. So, what about Seema ma'am?
I see, no, you know that I'm a trainer. My life is very public, and our life is very public. We are very open about our lives because we believe that unless you share the fact that you have gone through troubles yourself and then you've been able to break through, you can't inspire other people to do the same. And one area in our lives where we have seen a lot of trouble in the past is our past relationships, where we've seen a lot of trauma and difficulties. And despite that, somehow we broke through those and we were able to then find each other. And we were one of the few lucky people or blessed people who were able to experience true relationship, a real relationship. So it's a story that we feel very happy about, we feel very proud about. And we are both frankly very romantic. By soul, we are very romantic. And we were just kind of waiting to meet each other. And when we got together, we have a wonderful time. We just enjoy, we are friends. So when you said that, speak about your relationship, I was happy because I was delighted because it just gives us another opportunity to feel good about each other, feel good about this blessing that we have in our life. So I was like, and yes, I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who are not in good relationships right now or are looking for soulmates. And somehow or when you see somebody happy in a relationship, it inspires you and gives hope to people that yes, it can happen in my life too. And that's why I was so happy about the fact that you invited us to talk in this forum, Maithili.
Great, great sharing. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful to you because when I see as a third person, third perspective, I see you a really inspiring couple, and the kind of blending you have with each other is really remarkable. So that inspires me a lot. So thank you so much for coming down again. I would like to ask you then how you met and how it all started and how did you exactly know that, okay, this is the boy I want to get married to? So tell me the story.
Thank you for telling me, boy. By the way.
That's what I was about to say. Okay, go ahead.
So we actually met because one of my seniors who had moved across, and he was visiting India, and he wanted a few of his close, ex-colleagues, friends to come together, and he was arranging for a get together. However, it was in Bangalore, and I was that time stationed at Ahmedabad. So I was, contemplating whether to go or not. Though that person is dear to me, so I wanted to go, but because of this travel, I was still contemplating. But thank God that I did travel and I went there for this get together. That's where I met her, and we had wonderful conversations over there, and we exchanged numbers. So after that party got over, maybe after a few days, for some context, I called her up and I was talking to her. Now, when I made that first call and the conversation, the way it moved, it was so seamless that in fact, it continued for a long period. And not just that, after that, our phone calls became a little more frequent.
Wow.
Because it was like, you found somebody whom you can talk seamlessly without any inhibitions, and you can talk about anything under the sun. So what more do you, aspire from a relationship that you can talk your heart out most of the time, isn't it? So even these conversations, I think it just happened that we never
Wow.
had to tell each other, and we knew that okay, we are meant to be together.
Mind to mind connection, huh?
Yeah.
Lovely. Great,
It was
great.
actually for me actually I had been looking for a soulmate for a very long time. I was trying to manifest a soulmate in my life, and I had this strong belief that there is someone somewhere out there, as cheesy and Bollywood type as it sounds. I still knew that there is, though I had gone through an extremely difficult abusive relationship in the past as well, and I was a single parent. I knew that there it's going to be okay. I'm going to find. I was very adamant about finding the right person. And I met several people before that, but somehow it never clicked with anybody. It just did not seem right. But the moment Vimal and I started talking, there was this, we didn't even have to think twice, we just met, we instantly, within a day or two, we were talking incessantly for hours into the night, and we could talk about everything. Same thing, even for me, it was the conversations, I think, that got me, we were like, this is the person.
Wow. Wow. Great. Great, great. जैसे हिंदी में कहा जाता है ना, कई कई बार ऐसे होता है कि 2 मिनट में मुलाकात हो जाती है और दिल के तार जुड़ जाते हैं। कई साल लग जाते हैं कोई कोई रिश्तों में, पता ही नहीं चलता वो इंसान कैसा है एग्जैक्टली। सो दिस लाइक इट वाज मेंट, यू बोथ आर मेंट टू मेट ईच अदर, राइट? So great. Since you were talking about soulmates, people out there who are searching for their soulmate. So, how should they go about it? What they should exactly do to find their soulmate? What will say?
Um, okay, so I can only tell what I can only tell what I did. I don't know what others would want to do, but what I did is that I think a lot of times people look for their soulmate in a very desperate way, and in a very compromised way, which means that they say that, okay, I don't look very good, so I will compromise. Okay, my situation is bad, so they get desperate about finding somebody, and in the process they end up with anybody, right? So I was very sure that after having seen one not successful relationship where I had to go through a lot of trouble and try to make it work, didn't work, break through it, let it go. I knew that relationships can be the greatest source of pleasure in my life, or it can be the greatest source of pain in my life. And I was very certain that if I want to find a person, a soulmate, it has to be somebody with whom I'm going to be happy no matter what, right? So I was not ready to compromise with that love, companionship, or happiness bit. So I was very clear about what are those critical things that I'm not going to settle for lesser than. Itna to hona hi chahiye. That person must love me. He should respect me. He should be romantic. He should be a decent person. So I had certain criteria set which I was not ready to compromise. There were other things I was ready to compromise. Looks did not matter so much to me. I don't know about others, but I was not like he has to be the most good-looking man on earth. No, I was not adamant about that. Or he should have a Ferrari. You should be a very rich person. No, I had, but certain things I was not ready to compromise, and I looked from that perspective, right? And if
Okay.
the person was not meeting that criteria, it's like for anybody who wants to look for a soulmate. A soulmate is not one person who, that only that one person. A soulmate is anybody who you meet and who with whom you can be happy. So don't look for that one soulmate. Look around and you will find a soulmate.
Great. Great
So you
sharing,
have to
Seema.
meet the right people. Somebody with someone you will click, someone who makes you feel happy, and don't compromise on the basic essential things in life, because that is also long term you cannot be happy in a relationship which is not meeting your needs, right? So a soulmate is anybody who will just give you meet your basic needs without any trouble.
Great sharing. So my biggest learning is if somebody wants a soulmate in his or her life, then one need to be really patient, no?
Yes,
And do not
yes,
compromise on your needs.
yes,
Great
absolutely.
learning. Great.
Don't settle
So
for anybody. Don't settle for anybody.
true, true.
You deserve better, kind of a thing, right?
Great sharing. Absolutely great. So what about you, Vimal sir? Do you believe in this concept of soulmate? Since you are an NLP trainer, you must be believing, I guess.
I became an NLP trainer after meeting her. I was in a different profession altogether.
Okay.
However, yes, I was into sales and business development. And
Okay.
once, after I met her and we spent some time together, I realized that the kind of work what she is doing is adding a lot of value to people. And I also felt that this is something which gives more uh, satisfaction with the kind of work what she is doing. So I, suggested that why not we quit our jobs and start something on our own. She was
Oh,
already a trainer for almost 15 years, and she was doing wonderful job in her corporate life. So I, learned NLP. She helped me in this journey, and then we built up this organization together. So
great.
that's how we got into this work together.
Do you believe in soulmates?
How
Yes.
exciting is that? Great. That reminds me,
I
during a job.
actually, sorry, just to answer your
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
whether I believe in soulmate or not. Before I met her, for me personally, soulmate was not something which was in my mind. Okay, I was looking for a life partner where I could live a wonderful life. Now, after I met her, I actually can say that okay, I realized that okay, this is a soulmate. These are the things which a soulmate can give you. So yes, thanks to her for making me believe in this concept of soulmate.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. So, in a job interview, the HR just generally ask questions like where you see yourself in 5 years, and then we kind of share mutual goals of the company and us. So, you had such kind of conversation because your goals seem to be same, in life. You have blended
Yes.
together all the
And
professions.
are you asking whether I conducted an interview of him? Like 5 years from now.
Seems like you're looking in one direction and your goals are similar in
It
life.
became similar actually because we realized that for me, I mean, for me as well as her, the most important, aspect for our life was our relationship together. And with our professional life, which was earlier, I was working for a multinational company. She was working for a multinational company. Our lives were very hectic with respect to our own work. So we realized that going forward, if we continue our corporate journey, we might not be able to spend the quality time which we look forward to for spending with each other. So we said, why not build something together so that we can be together for most of the time. So in fact, most of the couples who we meet, we realize that if we see in last 7 8 years, the time which we would have been together, I think most of the married couples would not have been for almost 30 years, even if they are married for 30 years. Because we are like practically 24 by 7 together. Either we are,
Working,
at home or working together. So yes, that's just something.
our goals just got aligned, Maithili, over a period of time. We just knew
Ah,
what's important, and based on what's important, from the beginning we got into the habit of discussing about our life. Discussing where we want to do, what we want to do, how we can both achieve what we want together. And we built this business together because it was meeting all our needs of making a difference to people, as well as giving us the financial freedom or the time freedom or the freedom to be together all the time. So that's how this all got formed after we met, and it just fell into place. When you want to be together, you find a way to make it
true.
work.
Absolutely, great sharing. Actually, before the marriage, I would like to ask this question on
Yeah.
behalf of everybody. That I had this belief in my mind that I don't want to get married to a man with the same profession, because again we'll have the same discussions at home. So I want something different. I want to, when I'll come home, I want to learn new stories, new profession. So being in the same profession, what are the pros and what are the cons? If you would like to share.
The
Pros are
I
more, I
think
guess.
no, there are no. I frankly don't see. I don't see it as a profession, because somewhere in, at least in our case, uh, it's all life. It's one thing. It's aspects of life. Relationship as most important aspect of life. Then our profession, which is making a difference is another aspect of life. And it's kind of gotten blended in, and we are okay with it because actually the thing with people say, okay, we don't want to. By doing the same thing together, we actually feel connected. Like if how somebody would bond over a movie, a couple would bond over a movie, some people bond over a nice meal. We bond over work. We are
Ah,
happy working together, creating together, making a difference together, discussing everything together. Yes, some people might say, okay, does that lead to conflicts? Yes, it does lead to differences, because that would happen even if you're not working together. Differences are there, right? But you just learn to work those differences in a nice way. You have differences, you just discuss it out. So we use the same strategy in our professional life, use same strategy in our personal life, and all our needs are met. So we enjoy actually. I don't think I would have liked it if he was doing something and I was doing something. I would have missed him far too much. I like to be with him
Oh.
all the time. So we thoroughly enjoyed. We suggested to people that if you have a good bonding with your spouse, then it's great. If it is that if two people can't stay in the same space and they get irritated, then maybe they need to do something about it. But if more or less you have that basic bonding, or you create that bonding, then working together is a great thing, because you can build your whole life together, all of it.
Great, great sharing. That means it is just a belief, that
Yes.
I want a guy from this profession, that profession. It's just a belief. Only love is pure, then all the things, rest of all things, fall into places. Great sharing. Would you like to add something to that, Vimal sir?
Uh, what she mentioned is more or less, it. But if I have to just add into this, see, I look at it with a perspective that if I'm working with anybody outside, okay, uh, versus if I'm working with my wife, I know that this one person whom I can trust blindly is my spouse. So, I mean, there can't be any other person under the sun for me to work with, you know. So, I think nothing better can happen if you're working with your spouse. You can, blindly do whatever you want, share whatever you want. You can, the trust is 100% there. So that's
Great.
something which helps a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great sharing. Thank you so much for sharing this. So we'll go ahead. In a relationship, it's not always a straight line. Everything is all good, good, good. Love and happiness. It's not always with that. So there are ups and downs in the relationship. So can you share any defining moment which you both crossed over, the challenge which you crossed over, and then that kind of आपका bond और ज़्यादा अच्छा हो गया उसके बाद, and then you are thinking like she is the one with whom I would like to spend the rest of my life, and vice versa, you both felt like that, she is the one and he is the one. ऐसा कोई defining moment आपकी पूरे जिंदगी में?
Actually, frankly speaking, it has been so seamless that I don't think there has been anything in our relationship in the past ever that was you know something which was of a struggle, or whether there were some bottlenecks and we overcome it. It has always been smooth. We are blessed. I would really say that we have not come across any challenges till now. Yeah.
And one more thing is that also, because Maithili, somewhere we both have seen relationships in the past where things didn't work out. We have had our fair share of pain. We've made our fair share of mistakes earlier, and we know what not to do in relationships, and what are the things you must do to keep it going, to keep your partner happy. We know that we must prioritize each other over everything else, and this has been clear from the beginning, because when we got each other, found each other, it was a blessing. We never thought that we would find somebody with whom we could experience this kind of happiness. We didn't think that could happen. Yes, we wanted it, but somewhere in the back of the mind we were not sure that can this kind of relationship exist. So when we got it, we both treat it like something that deserves respect and is holy. We don't have ego. We don't do anything that is going to put the other person down, or we don't do anything that might hurt the other person. And even if small differences come, we had this rule from the beginning that forget about, we will not sleep over it. We will not carry it even for an hour. Even the
Mm.
smallest excuse, if something he doesn't gel with me, or if I feel hurt, I'll immediately go and tell him that this happened, and then he'll patiently listen. And if the same thing with him, I will listen. So we made our mistakes, and that I think gives you so much lessons that I won't say it's perfect. Nothing is perfect, but it's as close as perfect as it can get, because we are really, we know now that this is the most important thing in our life, and we do everything it takes to make it work. So like you said, yeah, even for me, no defining moments, because personally, I don't believe in that marriage is about some moments, like, we went for a vacation or we did this and we did, yes, we do a lot of that and we're very happy about it, but it's the day to day things, it's the day to day vibe, the environment in which you live in your house. And if you're living in an environment where you're fearful, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling lonely, or you're feeling rejected, then that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So for me, the defining thing is the fact that I can live my life peacefully throughout. From
Wow.
the beginning, from the time I met him, and I think that he will tell the same thing to you, that we both feel loved, we both can trust each other 100%. We both know that this is going to last forever. We can't live without each other, and it's been like this from the beginning, right? So that is the defining thing. That it's a peaceful, respectful, happy relationship. So no major moment. The day-to-day way we live, that itself is defining for me.
That's so powerful. That's so powerful sharing. Thank you so much for sharing this. I loved it. So, people here are sending you a lot of love and likes. So, if you are enjoying the conversation, please do hit that like button and please convey your love to them. So, Jnaneshwar is saying that, wow, amazing session. Thank you, Jnaneshwar. Sharda, Masta. Thank you, Sharda, for joining. Manjusha ma'am have joined and she's saying, great sharing. She's sending love to you. Thank you so much for joining, Manjusha ma'am. So let's go ahead. I would like to ask you one important question. I was thinking about it in the morning that you both have learned NLP, all the techniques, tools, and the language patterns. So both are influencers. So when there is a difference of opinion, then who influences whom?
Who influences who?
You know, during such times, if I have to win this particular aspect, the best way I feel is to give in. You know, that you give in. That's winning for you in this relationship, isn't it? So she also does the same thing. I also do the same thing. So the moment we realize, okay, sometimes I know that many a times I would, try to influence her to say buy something which I like very much. Okay, we would do little bit this, but then after 2 minutes, she'll give in and she'll let that happen. If I am, trying to influence her on something, and I
Uh,
also do that whenever I realize that okay, this is something which is important for her and she's wanting it. So it's about giving in.
Yeah, wow.
how sweet is that? Would you like to
Beautiful.
add?
That's what we both do. Even before the other person asks, if I realize that it's important for him, then even if I can fight for it, I'm like, "ठीक है, छोड़ो यार. If it's so important to him, I'll give it. I mean, what is such a big deal?" So sometimes I won't call it compromise. It's not a compromise. It's just love. You let things go because it's so important for the other person. So we both do it from our sides whenever needed, and both feel that okay, sometimes I am getting and sometimes he's winning, sometimes I am winning. Both are happy about it. Yeah.
Great sharing. So we both are givers, and when you give love, you get love. That's the
Yeah, and
reciprocation.
also one more thing I realize, Maithili, is that we both anticipate each other's needs beforehand, even before you can ask. Like his mind, apart from work and other things, he's thinking about how to keep me happy. And in my mind, apart from my work, I'm busy thinking how to keep him happy, right? It really that we have to ask that you do this for me. We both do more than the other person can expect us to do. Like he does so much more for me that I don't think I could have ever expected from a husband. He does everything. He says yes to everything I say.
Wow.
I
And
say
he does
Great.
it before at my asking also.
he says let's go, let's do so. I say let's go to so and so place. He will not resist. He say okay. He say let's have this for dinner. Then all right. Anything I say, I have hardly ever heard him say no to me, right? And I might still say a no to him sometimes, right? But he doesn't say no to me. But on the other hand, I all the time take care of his needs, cooking for him, even though I don't like cooking, or doing exactly what he likes, keeping his small needs in mind. So I think what makes us happy is that we don't even have to ask. All the time we're thinking about each other, busy meeting each other's needs, and it's just such a very good feeling, to be like that.
Such a powerful sharing that is. You know each other subconsciously, you are connected with each other, and that is the beauty of your relationship. I can see that in your eyes, actually. So, I would like to ask you that your relationship is full of experiences, and would you like to share any experience which you are like, wow, we have witnessed it together, and that's really something. So I would like to listen to such experience which you have witnessed together.
And I guess.
Yeah, I think the number of places what we have gone together, I think we never imagined that we will do this.
Travel so
The
much.
travel which we do together, we travel to a lot of places and we continue to travel. This was something which was an inner need. This was actually a dream or ambition that one should travel all over the world and do so many
Last trip
things.
you should have.
And but yes, I think that's something which I never thought that I would be able to do it. You know, Most of the people, when they come and talk to me and they ask me how are you able to travel so much, and their biggest constraints are, my wife might not like this place, or my kids will not like this, or something or the other is a bottleneck. There are some areas which they feel they are not able to overcome to make it happen. However, everyone wants to do that, but there is some constraints. But here I think it's just sheer that she is my wife, I am able to do so much.
Actually, I
Oh,
never
you
thought
made
that.
the right choice.
I was not such a travel enthusiast earlier, but he is absolutely nuts about traveling.
Okay.
Every month we go somewhere, and I enjoy it. I have started enjoying it a long time ago. Initially, as I was like, oh my god, you get an overdose of traveling, but over a period of time, I started enjoying. So I think the fact that that oh wow, we have seen this together. For me, suddenly one moment popped out was our 1 month Europe, not Europe, France trip. We did how many kilometers was that?
We drove around the country.
We drove around entire France and then
Wow.
went to Italy, and
Wow.
we hired a car and we saw. That was something that I never thought would be possible, because for somebody to hire a car and drive in a foreign country for so many kilometers. And, I know you and Avinash do it too on cycle that way, so that's even more inspiring. But for us, this was for me. This was like, wow, we did that, right? It's so amazing, kind of a thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great, great. I've been following you since long time on Facebook and I see your pictures traveling and the octopus video I saw, I was like amazing. Wow, these guys are having so much of fun. So that's absolutely great, great. Okay, so we have Bhagyashri with us and she's sending love to you. Thank you, Bhagyashri, for joining.
So much.
Great. The my most favorite question of this entire session is, what is the relationship advice you would like to give to all of us, other people? I would like to hear that. You have given so much actually already, but still, what is that one thing which you would like to convey to
The
them?
one thing which is defining for our beautiful relationship, which we just discussed some time back, is that you take care of your wife's needs and you do everything to make her happy. She will definitely reciprocate the favor.
That is
So if
something
I
great, great.
think about my wife, automatically she would also think about my happiness, my needs, my whatever I need for a wonderful life or home, at home or at work or at any place. So
True.
one thing is that you think about the other person.
Yeah, I think I would also give the same advice that you got to fill the other person first. Don't expect first that once that person does it for me, then I will do. You show me love, then I'll show you love. You be good to me. Yes, I understand there are sometimes the relationship where you're giving, and the other person is not giving you back. That also happens plenty of times. But there you need some other strategies. Maithili, you are a relationship coach, you are a couple coach. You'll be able to guide people like that when something like that happens, what to do if I'm giving. But general mantra is that first give. Because if it's a nice, kind, loving person, and if that person's agenda is also to be happy in the relationship, then when you give, you start getting back. Many a times we've seen couples, they both are thinking of their own needs. They are both are like, you should do this for me, you should do that for me, you don't take care of me. They're busy criticizing each other. It doesn't work because of that. Once you put down your ego, your criticism, and you start really caring for the other person's happiness and needs, and you give first, that's how a beautiful relationship is defined like that, according to us.
Great sharing, absolutely true. And that reminds me, I would like to share to the viewers that if you want to learn about NLP techniques, tools, and strategies which will help you for your interpersonal relationship development, and if please do go and check out Seema Ma'am's YouTube channel that is called NLP Magic, and she has made lots of videos which will add value to your life and that will give you a lot of insights. And if you want to go ahead with and learn NLP, then please register yourself for Seema Ma'am's next NLP practitioner workshop. And then we have NLP master practitioner. Apart from that, we have trainer and coaches workshop, which I'll be doing it soon. I'm sure. Fingers crossed. So please do that, and that will add value to your life. So I would like to share that to the world. So
Thank you, Maithili.
let's go ahead in our interview session. Uh, we'll have a rapid fire round now. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm going to ask rapid questions, and whoever wants to answer can answer. Okay. Just raise your hand and you can answer. Okay. So it's going to be a rapid fire. So who is more lazy amongst you both?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. Who is more travel freak?
Same.
Who is more foodie? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought that. Okay. Okay. And then who is more of socialized person, parties and all that? Okay. Okay. Who is a good cook? Ah, okay. And who is cleanliness freak?
He likes
Okay.
cleanliness. He likes cleanliness,
But
but
she
I
does
do the
it.
cleaning.
That's hilarious. Great. Then who is more patient? I mean, patience level are high. Okay. Great. Very high.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then who gets angry easily?
Not
Oh.
easily. I don't get angry easily, but I get a little more than him. He doesn't get
Okay. Okay.
angry at all. He doesn't get angry at all.
I also get angry. She's
Yeah.
very nice to say that.
No, he doesn't. He would have. I remember him getting angry some 3 times in our entire relationship. So you can imagine it. Okay. So
Oh
he doesn't
my.
get angry. I can almost say that. I get angry sometimes. A little mildly angry. He takes care of it. But yes, between the two of us, it's me.
That's so great. Then the next question is after the fight, who initiates the conversation first?
Equal. I think.
Equal.
Yeah.
Sometimes him, sometimes me.
Uh,
Within 10 minutes, either of us surrender.
Okay, all
sorry
right
to-
then.
We give it to both of us. We say sorry and we move on.
and the moment sorry comes, everything melts
Everything
away.
melts away. Yeah.
Wow, that is so great. Great. So I enjoyed this conversation a lot, and I got a lot of value out of it. So so we are moving at the end, and in the end, I would like to thank both of you for coming down here and sharing your story and being
It's a
so
pleasure.
honest with your story and then sharing all the secrets of your relationship, giving us advice. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure all the viewers are going to get benefited out of it. And I would like to thank StreamYard, Facebook, YouTube, all the other internet platforms for making this possible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And would you like to share something? Parting note.
Parting note. Parting note would be thank you, Natalie. I think
Yeah.
that you
Oh,
doing a fantastic job. You are making a difference to people. You have always had a special place in my heart because you are
Oh,
so humble, so down to earth, so genuinely, truly affectionate towards people. I also know that you have a lot of depth, a lot to give to people. So I'm so happy that you are, um, doing what you're good at, which means training people on relationships. And you truly deserve to do that because you are living a relationship which other people aspire to live. So parting note would be, I'm so proud of you, and I we wish you all the best in all your
oh.
endeavors.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
inviting
much.
Thank
It
me.
was a pleasure. We had fun.
Great. Same here, same here. And the feeling is mutual. I have tremendous respect for you both, and my deepest gratitude and love for you. Lots of love to you. So, thank you so much, all the viewers, for joining today. And stay blessed and be kind to people and be kind to people all around you for yourself. So, thank you so much. Lots
Thank
of
you.
love. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.